The first step in growing a business that helps you achieve your lifetime goals is to ensure that you have a strong, compelling life vision in place. Step two is to look at your business structure and determine your profit centers and your revenue streams. Those revenue streams that you will be guiding business back to with your marketing efforts and your speaking programs. This video is offered as pre-work to help you maximize your investment and move your business further and faster than if you wait and double back when you're further down the road. Let's take a look at vision, specifically life vision. Life, not business vision. Life. Determining what you want to do, be, and have. We want to create a business ultimately that's going to support and align with our life vision, driven by our personal passions and experiences. For the purpose of this exercise, we're going to look at what we want to achieve or have in our personal lives. This will be a guiding light and a driver in achieving business success, and it's fun. Now, as a child, I grew up in a small farming town, a small community with lots of farms and very much a very country environment. Our yard was a haven for felines, which sparked my lifelong love of cats. And over the years, I've become a cat advocate. Over a dozen years ago, I encountered two litters of kittens while out walking my dog, and that really triggered my dharma, my life purpose of rescue, cat rescue, sanctuary, and cat care. And during this time, since a dozen or more years ago, we've helped nearly 100 cats through adoption, TNR, which is trap, neuter, return, or fostering. We run a cat sanctuary in our home, and we care for a mix of indoor, backyard, and community cats. Now, understanding that the success of my business is directly tied to my ability to care for more community cats gives me a push to get up in the morning. And the more profitable my business is, the more cats we can help. It drives me. It was the Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland that told Alice when she came to the fork in the road, if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. If you've not thought out and written down your life vision, or if it's been some time since you've done this exercise, this will be your starting place. Now, I have a couple of resources for you, two books. The first is Making Money is Killing Your Business. Making Money is Killing Your Business by author Chuck Blakeman. I'll put a link to the book on Amazon in our resources. And in Chuck's book, about a third of the way in, he offers a very powerful life vision exercise that is the one that I used, oh gosh, probably a dozen or more years ago. And it's very, very good life vision exercise. I have mention of that and a few others in my book, which is the Dental Speaker ebook. You can find that at www.dentalspeakerebook.com. You can download a copy there, and I'll also put a copy in your resources. And, you know, there are a myriad of life vision exercises available to you online for no fee. And especially now with AI and all that is available to us, you definitely just need to look and you'll find many options. My favorite, one of my favorite life vision exercises is something that my husband and I occasionally do when we maybe are, taking a hike, or we're doing something that, taking a long drive, and the conversation has waned, and we might say something like, what did you do with your $1 billion today? What did you do with your $1 billion today? Because if money were no object, how would you live out your day-to-day existence? That's what we're trying to get down to. What activities or causes or passions would you pursue? Specifically, how would you spend your time? How do you want to spend your time? What exactly would you do with your days? That's what we want to be really clear about. If money were no object, because we can build the business that can help us get there. We just need to know where there is. We need to know what the target is. So that's your first exercise. So I'm going to ask you to consider 3, 5, 10 years down the road. What does that look like for you? What do you want to do with your days? How do you want to spend your time? And I'm going to ask you to go ahead and pause the video here in just a moment and take 5 to 10 minutes now to jot down your thoughts around your life vision, or pull out the life vision you've created before and just review it. It's really good to review along the way, because you'll find that a couple of years down the road, you probably will want to change some of it. You might also find that a couple of years down the road, you're living a lot of it, which is really wonderful. But this is not set in stone. You can always change, because we don't know what's yet to come for us. And there might be something else that comes along that makes you want to add to it, or modify. It's really to give us a target, a bullseye. It's our goal that we're looking for. So go ahead and take 5 to 10 minutes now. Let's just go ahead and hit stop. And I'd like you to start writing out and start making some notes around what would you like your life to look like, not your business. If you're talking about speaking topics in there, you're probably not doing this in the way that is going to be most beneficial. It's really more about, what did I do with my day to day? Let's do that now. Okay, I'm going to assume that you have hit pause and that you have worked on that and you've started your life vision. You may have downloaded my book. You may have gone to the internet to get some exercises to help guide you, or you may have just made a shopping list, a bullet pointed list of what do you want in your life. There's no wrong answer. Yeah, this is really for you. It's really based on what do you want. So first, we want to invest the time and soul searching to determine the life goals that your business will support. And then second, in step 2, we're going to develop the strategic plan that guides your life and business journey. So that brings us to step 2, which is developing a strategic plan. Now, for the purpose of this video, we're just going to get started with our strategic plan. And then you'll bring your notes to our next conversation, whether that's a workshop or if it's a one-to-one coaching call, and we'll dive deeper with your specifics. But let's get started with a strategic plan by thinking about it as a blueprint for your business development. A blueprint for your business development. And ultimately, the strategic plan can connect your life vision to your business vision. Okay, we haven't talked about business vision yet. Think about a bar stool. If you picture a bar stool that would have, 3 legs, 4 legs, those legs work together. All those different legs work to support the overall structure. If we have stool legs here. This is a concept that is similar to what we're going to do with the strategic plan, where with the strategic plan, we start by identifying the profit centers and then the revenue streams that you have or would like to add into your business. So let's define profit center. Profit center is going to be a high-level term like speaking, coaching, or consulting. A revenue stream is more granular, it's more detailed. Under coaching, you might have one-to-one coaching, group coaching, coaching at certain types of businesses versus other types of businesses. You can get much more detailed at the revenue stream level. And those are really your different programs, your service offerings at the revenue stream level. The profit center just helps us group it. This is consulting, this is product sales, this is online education, this is speaking. They're different. You can see where I'm going. They're different types of activities. You deliver those services differently. So I want to show you something here and just kind of free think this with you. And then your next assignment is going to be to start drafting out something like this. Let me see how I can share. Give me just a second because I'm not seeing my share. Here we go. Share my screen. Okay, here we go. So if you were to think about your business structure as if it were a hierarchy chart with a business where instead of the president up here at the top, we have the company name. And then on this next level here, where you'd normally have like VPs below the president, you would have your profit centers. You see, these are our primary typical profit centers. You might have others. I do. I have one that's a bureau. I have one that's events. We have one that's photography with my husband and I. We're in the same S Corp. So you'll have other profit centers potentially, but they're meant to be a more general term, more of a catch-all, more of an umbrella that you're going to bring your revenue streams under. And in this example, I've just started to create some ideas for you. For instance, under speaking, I have speaking on the circuit versus holding your own events. You could have, just like I'm talking right now to Zoom to record this, you could talk to Zoom to offer a virtual workshop, and that could be holding your own events. It could be an event in person or virtual. If you offer more than one event, you probably want to even have an event profit center with your different revenue streams being your different event names. I hope this is locking in for you. So under speaking, some typical revenue streams might be in person or virtual. You might have different offerings depending on if it's a remote, self-sponsored where you host your own events. Maybe you have under speaking a certain program that you do just for referring in the dental world, just for referring doctor gift seminars is their own type of event. It's different than being on the speaking circuit where you're going to be speaking for associations and study clubs. Maybe you come into you have a special program you've created just for our specialist who would like to do something like a day of education for their referring doctors. There's so many possibilities. And you want to get more granular at that revenue stream area level. There's a reason why. We're going to get there, but you want to get granular and you want to be able to list out each of your different services here. You can, if it's new and you have not created it yet, you certainly could add it in here. I'd be really practical around, do I feel like I'm going to be able to add that new online course this year? Otherwise, probably park it in a parking lot somewhere else. Keep note of that idea that you want to create, because what I would love for you before we work it on your speaker packets is for you to be really clear about your different revenue streams, because ultimately we're going to be strategic about guiding business from your speaking opportunity back to one of these revenue streams. That's where we're heading. Okay. So under coaching, some traditional, in the dental industry, some traditional options for coaching would be one-to-one, coming in office, working with the team, maybe doing group coaching. We might do at a corporate dental level coaching versus at more of the solopreneur doctor or a group level. So if you're not in dentistry, I think these are probably pretty similar ideas that you can just, not attached, but what am I trying to say? Bend to fit your environment. So consulting, product sales, we have so many different kinds of products. We could have software that you've created, maybe training tools of some sort, training videos, books, forms, electronic list. There's like a wide range of products that you could have. We have dental meeting planner contact list. They're a digital product that would come under my product profit center as a revenue stream in my product profit center. Online education, you could list your different programs. I'm creating this right now for my speaker packet creation do-it-yourself online program that includes some coaching. Other people will watch this as well. Maybe you're coming to one of my workshops and I've asked you to do this pre-work before you come to the workshop. But I would put under online education a speaker packet creation. I would also put my group coaching has its own online program, which is called AMP, which you can learn more about at my website if you're interested. But take this idea and let's apply that to your business. This is going to be your homework before you go on, before you go into module 3. And certainly I would love for you to have thought this through, if not made some level of notes before we meet so that we can take that and then be really strategic about your topics and about your speaker packet and your marketing efforts. So let's see, for right now, just keep a high level is fine. You can just start tucking in all your existing services. You might say, well, Vanessa, I really don't have a lot. I have speaking on the circuit and I have working with the team, and that's okay. We just need to get it written out so that we can take a look at it and maybe explore adding some other options for you. If you are offering both of those, which are the most common I see, know that there are many other revenue streams that are really easy for you to just modify a few things and be able to, for instance, if you're speaking on the circuit, you could easily create your own workshop with those same topics where you teach a virtual workshop that you bring even 3 or 5 or 10 people in. Doesn't have to be a big amount of people, but you could suddenly now have your own hosting your own events revenue stream. So we'll talk more about that either at the workshop or when we have our one-to-one call. Your strategic plan is going to launch off of this structure. It's why we start here. We'll talk more about that at the next time we meet, and I'll take you to those next steps. I would just want you to start here and know that it's essential. It's essential to have a business strategy in place that is your plan. We need to know where you're driving the bus. We need to know why we're driving the bus in a certain direction. We need to know that it's going to generate the revenue and the lifestyle that helps us be able to meet those life goals. This blueprint, this strategic plan represents the Cheshire Cat's wisdom about knowing that you need to know where you're going in order to get there. So for right now, let's capture thoughts, jot it down. We'll circle back around and we're going to flesh out the strategic plan when we meet next.